I wanted to save this. Is it? Oh gosh. Hey everyone.
What's up, everybody? This is the Uncanny Omar, and today I'm joined by this lady to my one of these days. I'll get my freaking directions right. This lady over here to my left is the amazing Amanda. What's up, amazing Amanda?
Hey guys, how's it going? Hey Omar. Glad to have our show tonight.
As am I.
As are you? Very good.
As am I. I need a good.
Oh, there we go. I had to change our background. Woo! Look at that.
X-Men related, right?
It is X-Men related. But first, so Omar, I want to share this with everyone because you all might be as nerdy as I am as well. Anyways, but Omar had sent a picture of these really cool figurines, Lord of the Rings figurines. Yeah, and so we were looking online, and my husband bought this one for me on Amazon.
That was quick.
Yeah, it's a little Frodo Baggins. You see him from the Shire.
Yeah.
So he's going to go up behind me with my other cool figurines that I've got, which he'll be like the only non-Marvel figurine that's up there. But
well, it kind of counts. It kind of
counts.
What's up, Tyler Elliott? What's up, Tapsy Logic, Roy, James?
That's right.
You all can. Hopefully, you guys are doing well.
Yes.
And yes, Baggins. I saw the Gollum is cute. Gollum is cute.
I know. I want all of them now. And when I got the box, it showed that they are going to be doing a Samwise Gamgee one as too. What I already forget what the actual name of those are. The box is downstairs.
I don't know. I'm glad you're getting them because I came so close to buying them, but I have a very addictive personality. So if I buy one, I'm going to buy them all. Because I saw what's his name, Sauron.
Sauron looks really cool. Yeah,
he looks awesome, and so does Gandalf. I like the sculpts. So
yes.
What's up, Tevon?
Hey, Tevon.
Hopefully you guys are doing well. So yes.
Yeah.
Let's talk about our dream team of X-Men is what we're talking about because, well, Amanda, what brought this conversation on? Was there a specific reason you wanted to talk about this? Was it a trailer?
So basically, as you all are aware, there was a trailer that emerged around Super Bowl Sunday that we've already talked about, and that is Doctor Strange 2 in the Multiverse of Madness. And in it, we heard a very, very familiar voice of Professor X or Sir Patrick Stewart, who, when later asked about it, said, "Oh, people imitate my voice all the time," as if we could pretend that it was anyone else's voice but him. And so
there is a small chance that it could be someone else.
Yes, which would be insane if that was the case. However,
that would be funny. And then, or Patrick Stewart is playing a variant of Loki or something that ridiculous. What's up, Hayden? Thank you for the super chat.
Oh yeah, Hayden also gave me some good news, which does not relate to.
Give you good noise.
Well, good noise, yeah. It actually kind of relates to mutants, I guess, in a way.
You are dead to me, Circuit 42. We are not going to be talking. I'm surprised YouTube let you type gold balls. For a while, gold balls was being blocked by YouTube.
Really?
Yeah.
Because could be a euphemism for something else.
I assume. Anyway, what did Hayden say that's mutant related? And it better be only mutant related.
That because of a leak, they have now pushed up the digital release date of Spider-Man No Way Home to this Tuesday, March 15th.
I hate this so much. Playing a variant of Ralph Boner's dad. What? Hello, Phoenix. What's up, Phoenix? You just had to bring up Ralph Boner again.
No, that's actually Quicksilver from the X-Men movies. So no, I feel like I hate the fact that Ralph Boner is even canon and that we even have to talk about him a little bit. But we do, I guess, right?
Yes, I've realized I put myself in mute.
Did you really? I wasn't even looking. But yes, so we're going to talk about some of the X-Men that we want to see in the MCU starting out. Maybe start their first X-Men team, if you will. And we want to hear in the chat, as we're talking about it, what...
Yes, sir.
There we go.
Krakoa as a nation. Yes. So Amanda had this really good idea about, why don't we start like dream casting X-Men, because we've had several X-Men movies.
Yes.
But the MCU likes to stand out, right? Like it's gonna have to be different. It's gonna have to be probably not what we expect. So we both put our thinking caps on and decided to, instead of just texting each other, let's do an episode about it.
Yeah, because that does happen very often. We'll just
it'd be really fun just to talk about it. So that's what we're here to do.
exactly.
Leave Ralph alone. Really, nobody is picking on Ralph. What's up, Martin and Julio Jimenez? ¿Cómo estás, hermano? Who's gonna play Rogue in the MCU? So
Well,
this
that's
is gonna
the
be
question.
fun if we even pick Rogue.
If we even pick Rogue, because she may not be part of it.
Is this true, Amanda? Is there truth behind this? Matt's saying, I just saw on Twitter Ryan Reynolds announced Sean Levy.
If there's possibility, did Ryan Reynolds actually announce it? Yes, of course there's a possibility. Have I been on Twitter in the last couple of minutes? No, I have not.
Answering her own questions? Yes,
yes, I am. So Hayden, fun fact about if they'll make their Magneto's kids again, but there have been some rumors of some casting where there was people reading for a scene of an older Wiccan, and there was a gentleman, I need to find the picture of him, that possibly might be playing Tommy as an older version of him. So there are some rumors that we're going to see older versions of Speed and Wiccan, which obviously it would be cool if they were retconned as mutants, because I think they're on my list. And I realized after I made the list, I guess they're technically in the MCU, not mutants, right? But are they? Have we really decided that yet?
Young Avengers, right? I think they would fit into the category of Young Avengers, which we should Dreamcast anyway, which I thought we did, but I think we ended up doing Thunderbolts or the Dark Avengers instead.
We did do a Dark Avengers one. I'm looking at Ryan Reynolds' Twitter right now.
Oh, okay. Breaking news, everybody. I like these choices here. Cyclops, Storm, Jean, Wolverine, non-negotiable. Well, are they though? That's the thing. Like,
Go ahead.
We'll see. Because we've had movies without any of those characters in the past. We had First Class, right?
Yeah,
First Class showed us that an X-Men's movie can still be successful and not featuring Wolverine, even though he had a small little cameo, and not feature the cast of Bryan Singer's movies. So
yes, yeah, and well, let's start talking about it. Like, so Wolverine. So obviously, we could talk about some of the X-Men we've already seen played in the other movies from Fox. So for you, Omar, is Wolverine a character you want to see right off the gate when they first introduce mutants to the MCU? If that is we know they're coming, but when that happens, is he one of the first mutants you want to see? And if so, who do you want to cast him?
Whoa, this is such a heavy question.
Okay, and why is it Taron Egerton or Daniel Radcliffe? No, I'm just kidding.
No. You already know my answer as to who I wanted to play. I have thought about this, and I think the only way that a character like Wolverine could work is if he is retconned into every MCU movie, like being there with Captain America in World War II. Like in the background, he's seeing Captain America, right? Like, which was supposed to be the rumor as a deleted scene.
Yes.
And being there, during all these things that happened in the past, with like in the 90s with Captain Marvel, I guess, because that's the only other movie that took place in the past. But that's the kind of thing I want to see. I want to see it set up. And I want to see it set up through different movies. So, no, I don't necessarily want him to be there from the beginning, but just a small cameo.
Yes.
To kind of build up this character. Kind of like what they did with Thanos in a way. Small little cameo. Maybe you see the claws. That's good enough for me. I see the claws at the end of a movie. I'm going to lose my shit.
Just show up.
I'm be like, that's all I need. That's all any of us fans need, right? Like, you see the end, like, oh my God, at the end of Doctor Strange 2, Multitude, what is it called? Multitude of Man,
Multiverse of Madness.
Okay,
yeah.
At the end of that, some guy shows up and goes, let's go, bub. Pops the claws. That's all. Dude, I will lose it, and so will.
You mean like the ending, like the last credit scene of the Eternals where apparently Blade showed up to talk to?
I didn't even know
All you hear is his voice.
I didn't even know that was Blade until somebody in the chat was like,
"That's Blade."
Oh,
you're like,
okay. Dude, like, and you don't even have to say "let's go," blah. You just snick. That's it.
I
That's
know it.
Sound. And then you build up from that. You kind of like I said, I want to see it like build up like Thanos because he's a big impending force. Like, first of all, it is going to be near impossible to cast him.
Yes.
Like a lot of people want to see Laura. A lot of people are like, well, let's move on from Logan. Let's make it Laura's story because we've seen her already in Logan.
Yeah, like a young version of her.
Yeah, but I don't know if that would work. I think people really expect something big, and something big is Wolverine. You can't. I mean, Wolverine to most of us is still Logan. It's Weapon X, and you can introduce a Weapon X project and all that, and do it justice without having Ryan Reynolds in there. But
they could do it, yeah.
As far as casting for Wolverine, like I said, I just want a small cameo. Nobody, a no name, somebody that.
For Wolverine.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't want a big name because a big name is. What is the point of a big name at this moment in time with MCU movies? I never understood the casting of Angelina Jolie of Salma Hayek.
Yeah,
like, to get people to watch. People are going to go watch Eternals regardless.
Yeah, it's true.
It wasn't the greatest Marvel movie, but you know what I'm saying? Like people are just, it's the next story arc. I gotta go and see it. Doesn't matter who's in it. So
yes.
What if you hear this one's for you, Morph? No. I may be biased, but I've always said the X-Men should be introduced through, and that's exactly where I'm going to go, Kitty Pryde. Of course, you may be biased. Kitty Pryde, that is exactly where I'm going to go when I'm going to talk about my first mutant they should cast. But ladies first, though. That's my thoughts on Wolverine. What about you, Amanda? And then everybody else, please. How did I miss this? Hold on, Amanda.
Well, you got on a diatribe.
I went on a tangent.
Yeah, you went on a tangent there. What is she going to play? Oh, and to go back to, I forget now who had said that about Ryan Reynolds. So if those of you who didn't know, I mentioned it in a couple episodes back that there was a movie coming out on Netflix today called The Adam Project that Ryan Reynolds stars in with Mark Ruffalo, Jennifer Garner, Zoe Saldana, and Sean Levy, who directed the first Deadpool, directed this movie too. So he put on Twitter to announce that the movie's out on Netflix and to watch it, which I've already seen most of it. We were watching it downstairs, so I haven't finished it yet. Mm-hmm. But he's in the Twitter on his Twitter feed. He said the next film that Sean and I do together is going to be much more stabby. So I'm assuming that's him confirming that he will direct a Deadpool 3 and that Deadpool 3 is in the works.
That's not a confirmation. What if he's going to do like an Iron Chef movie?
He could do, who knows? They could do anything. And but I will say this, watching The Adam Project is basically Ryan Reynolds being Ryan Reynolds. He's one of those actors who...
Ryan Reynolds, not Ryan Reynolds.
That's true. He's
serious.
Great guy.
Yeah, he was great in Green Lantern.
Yeah. So as far as Wolverine, I would be okay with giving Wolverine a break. Only because we have to give some time. Hugh Jackman's not come back for the role. And we need to give he's not coming back.
Patrick Stewart might be coming back as Ralph Boner's father.
He just had to sit there in a wheelchair. It's not
he's still acting.
No, but I mean, the physicality of a Wolverine role. Even Hugh Jackman said the toll it took on him to keep his body in shape for that role. It's a lot.
Marky Mark program and waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning and working out for 4 hours.
That's The Rock does. Yeah, but Hugh Jackman doesn't need to do it. He doesn't need that.
Tim Miller did the first Deadpool movie.
Sorry, Sean Levy did Free Guy. Okay, so then
who did the second Deadpool movie then? Because I know Tim Miller was kind of fired off of it because there were some disagreements between him and Ryan Reynolds. Chef Ramsay is Captain Britain. You guys are the best.
Well, then he might
Wolverine.
Who directed that one?
The Boner Family with all the famous actors as a cameo. I'm done, man. I will walk. I'll leave a man in the movie theater.
David Leitch. Leitch. There we go.
My man's got it.
So that's who did it. So when he says stabby, that could be a number of things. If that's honestly the third movie they're gonna do is, I guess stabby kind of sounds like a thing Deadpool would say. So maybe that's why they're But then again,
Or
Deadpool is
Ryan
Ryan Reynolds.
would say.
So it doesn't matter. It's hard to say. But I love how everyone's going to speculate about it now.
Yo, Apollo Crews. For
Oh,
real.
there's someone right there off that. I don't want any more Mystique. No. You want somebody to break from?
Hold on. No, Jennifer Lawrence ruined.
She did. They ruined. No, not Jennifer Lawrence per se. Fox ruined her by.
Rebecca Romaine Stamos was sliding around her coochie in X-Men 1.
No, but I say that's why. But it's Fox ruined it by then going on and making this crazy backstory, making her a damn martyr.
Oh my god!
In the Dark Phoenix story, and I know this is off a tangent, but
direct, love it. You mean Bishop?
When you said, anyways, so for me, I'd be okay with Wolverine, Mystique, someone giving him a break. But honestly, so you had mentioned Kitty Pryde, and that was one of the that is one of the first ones that I'd like to see. And I have two people I would want to cast for
You really want to go Kitty Pryde?
I like Kitty Pryde a lot. I liked her in the comics that we've read, and I felt like, oh gosh, what's her name?
Emma.
Nope. The girl who played Kitty Pryde. Someone give me her name now.
Emma Watson.
But she goes, nope. Why am I having a blank?
Oh my goodness, what was his name now?
Juno. Yeah, his name. What's his name? I can't remember his name now off the top of my head.
You just messed this up for me.
Yep. Okay, anyways, someone in the chat, please remind me about who he... Elliot. Yes, Elliot. Elliot Page. Thank you, Taps Logic. So...
Kenneth Becklin was Rogue. Close, brother.
Yeah, she was Rogue. So Elliot Page did a fine job with Kitty Pryde, but I felt like her role or his role was very minimized. Really. Well, I mean, it was very minimized in both X-Men Last Stand and X-Men Days of Future Past.
Oh, did you watch the Rogue cut of X-Men Days of Future Past?
No.
Where Kitty Pryde's role went like this, and it became the Rogue movie?
Nope.
Didn't watch
Not at all.
All right.
Yeah.
Kitty Pryde. I like that. Who would you like to cast as Kitty Pryde?
Okay, so I have pictures. So a lot of people fan cast, if you're going for a young Kitty Pryde, which she could always do a crossover with the Young Avengers, whatever the case may be. So a lot of people have fan casted Millie Bobby Brown. She obviously is a fantastic actress. But fun fact,
the Brits take all the American people's jobs.
They do. But fun fact, she's never watched a single Marvel movie, DC movie, or Harry Potter movie. She's like, well, I live it, so I want to watch things different. I was like, no, you watched you were in Stranger Things. Not the same thing as being in these movies, but that's fine. But actually, the person that really intrigued me that I want to cast is Emilia Jones, who is in the movie Coda.
I watched that because of your recommendation. I really liked her.
So she was this girl, the only one who could.
One that can sing?
Yes, and I didn't realize because she has such dark hair, but she also is a sister in Lock and Key, but she has blonde hair. Yeah, but she has blonde hair in that. But I really love her in Coda, and she has that youthful, look. If we're going for a Young Avengers, Kitty Pryde, where she could cross over, and so she actually is my preferred choice because I feel like that's an actress that is a little bit lesser known than Millie Bobby Brown, and then this could be her staple, movie that brings her back.
Millie Bobby Brown. Jewish actress's Kitty would be nice. Ayo!
There you go. That's true.
Ayo. Yeah, man. Sorry, downtown Millie Bobby Brown, you're out. Somebody from Chicago. Okay, so I like the fact that you're going to go with the youth, right?
Yes.
I think that's very important when it comes to these characters. I like the fact that through the eyes of Kitty Pryde, Rogue, later on, the characters that pretty much Wolverine has taken under his wing, like Jubilee. So for me, I'm actually going to think, here's the thing that I'm with you. I really do think it's going to be a young character, and through their eyes, we're going to be able to learn about the X-Men. It's one of the best ways to introduce everybody to these characters. However, you forgot one very important thing. This is Disney. They're very progressive. So I don't think they're going to go with a white character. I really.
But why do you?
It's not my choice.
But they are progressive. But they've already casted a lot of actual superheroes who are of color, like Ms. Marvel, America Chavez,
a young girl,
Monica Rambeau. I'm just saying they already have that, so they could still. So I know they do have Hawkeye too. They do have Haley Steinfeld.
You see a pattern, and this is what you go with.
I know.
Well, I'm going to go with Armor. Armor
Okay.
was one of my favorite characters in Joss Whedon's run on Astonishing X-Men.
So tell me about her, because I don't know a lot about armor.
She's your young. She's Asian American. She is your young character from X-Men. Like through her, she what is her name? Hisako Ichiki. Through her, you get to see the astonishing X-Men, and she's also badass. Which is, she has that power of this external armor that she puts on. Like I said, as much as I love Kitty, Rogue, Jubilee, although they could use it, but they've tried Jubilee like 3 different times, and every time they cut her out of the movie.
Yeah, because in the last one, I just don't know if she's not that interesting.
They're going to revamp it, and we've seen the way they've been doing things. I really think they might go with armor. And I did have an actress.
Yeah, who'd you have in mind?
On a picture. See, I came ready. This young lady right here. This is Yuriko Yoshitaka. So she's young.
What she's been in before?
Like 18. What was it? She looks young, but I think she's like 20 something right now. She could play. Yes. She was in a story of Yonosuke, which came out like in 2013.
Okay.
That's why I chose her. I think she would be really.
Well, by the time she actually comes out, she'll be. I mean, by the time they actually would cast, film, etc., she'll be a little bit older too. So we say she's young, but there's a
America Chavez. I'm not allowed to talk about America Chavez because people take my words out of context. Aquafina, no, hated. I'm casting real people. Real.
I do like Sansa, Jason Isaac for Magneto. What an interesting choice. He is good at playing both a villain and good guy, but mostly villain.
I like that Sand went with Magneto, though, because that's kind of the way I'm going.
Yeah, that's awesome.
All right, ladies. Okay, hold on a second. So far, I've got Armor. Amanda on her dream team has Kitty Pryde. Good choice. I like that we were both thinking the same thing. Introducing the cast through the eyes of somebody young, which they did in the first X-Men movie with Rogue. They did it with Rogue.
They did.
No should be a hashtag, by the way.
But so another character I want to see, because I think again the older movies didn't do him justice. Is Cyclops. And
really, you want Cyclops?
I do want Cyclops because he's supposed to be a leader, and we've seen that in the comics, but it doesn't. Like, even with the younger is it Ty Sheridan who played the younger version in the new ones? I think it's Ty Sheridan.
That's his brother, Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran, no. I think it's Ty Sheridan. Anyways, but it still doesn't come across, right? Because you either got him too young where he's not the leader yet, or he's James Marsden where he's overshadowed by the Wolverine Jean Grey relationship. So we don't get to see Cyclops and Jean Grey really be a couple, right? And so Cyclops then inadvertently seeing Jean Grey, and then down the road, a well done Phoenix saga down the road. So a long time coming with proper MCU aliens and everything. Like, that's what
are you already saying Jean's gonna be on this team too?
Yes, because I think they need some more established, older, like, we're not going to go with the kids and they're all the same age and all that stuff. I want to see them as adults. So that would be another 2 picks.
Okay. Who's your actor?
So for Cyclops, Scott Eastwood. And I think when you look at him,
Clint Eastwood's son.
Yes, I think he would look great. Look at him. Well, but look at him like his glasses, and I could see him look.
Oh yeah, the glasses really sell me. That says Cyclops.
I think he could be Cyclops.
He's a good-looking guy. Yes. But also, I think that's the guy that people want as Wolverine.
Really?
I swear, because if you think
I would someone. He looks a little bit.
Eastwood. Like every Eastwood character that he's ever played, that's the way Wolverine was written in the comics.
It's true.
In Phoenix Saga without Mystique, Eastwood's too buff. They do call him slim. That's right. Well, I don't know.
He can slim down. I mean, he doesn't look. If you talk about buff, he's not. Let's face it, he's not Chris Hemsworth buff. I mean, he can.
Oh my God, he's a freaking god! Like,
yeah, well, I know, but I'm just saying, like, even like Tom Holland talks about slimming down for the role.
You'll never see his eyes, though, Amanda.
That's okay. He has a nice chiseled chin, so I'm okay with that.
See, man. Okay, I'm
Well,
gonna tell
see,
you.
I'm not. That's why he
I
could be
don't wanna.
Cyclops.
Okay, no, hold on, Wood Shatter. I'm gonna tell you something that Amanda and I both learned when we went to go see Aquaman. Aquaman was the first time I remember sitting in a movie theater going, "Oh, that's why they casted somebody like this guy." Because behind us were a row of women, and all they were doing was just chanting every time dude took his shirt off. And I was like, that's pretty cool that's bringing people out to the movies like Aquaman. So
Yeah.
whatever works.
Whatever
so yeah,
works.
If a chiseled Wolverine. I mean, look, James Marsden is a good-looking dude. I thought, I remember.
No, he is a great-looking dude, but he's got Sonic the Hedgehog now, so.
Okay.
What? That's a franchise he's in.
So my point to all that is like there is a reason why people in the movie business cast these beautiful people, dude, so they can draw other people other than us nerds to go and say, "Oh my god, it's Cyclops."
Well, let's face it. Yeah, that's true. They do these for a reason. Yeah.
And
these aren't small independent films.
Not anymore. That first one though, man. That first X-Men film.
That first Iron Man film, buddy, that was technically an independent film. They were really
X-Men was like in 2000, man.
Well, yeah, but I mean, think about it. Iron Man wasn't Disney quite yet. It was still like Marvel Studios taking a risk. They didn't really have anything because it wasn't. Who was this distributed by? It wasn't even distributed by Disney at the time. It was just distributed by someone else.
No, it was Marvel.
Yeah, they distributed themselves, right?
Yeah, it was Marvel. Marvel did.
So that would be considered. No, Paramount did it. Paramount Home.
Same people that own the rights to Hulk
and Yellowstone. Yeah,
and Yellowstone.
Universal.
Which I need to catch up on season 4.
Yeah, we do too. We just finished season 3 on Peacock, but we have to finish. This is not the same tangent, but
love that man's movies. Every movie that man has ever done, I love.
Taylor Sheridan.
Oh my god, he's amazing.
Yeah,
and I know
he's
an okay actor in what was it, Sons of Anarchy, but man, he was so good. Like that everyone like Wind River is one of the best movies I've seen. It's so good. It's so good. All right, so you went with Cyclops.
And then Jean Grey by default.
Oh, you're doing 2 for 1. Okay, I didn't know we were playing that. Go ahead.
Well, because I feel like you can't have that relationship you can't have one without the other. I don't know.
Really?
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe you can.
Like a strong feminist movement.
I had Kitty Pryde. I've got other people in here that would. The other strong, like I got other ones that don't need a man. I don't know what you want me to
need a man.
Right. She doesn't need one either. I'm just saying.
Got it. Okay.
We like a romance, not quite like the Eternals. We got maybe something a little sexier. I don't know. Maybe we'll get something. And by sexier, we could either get Lily James is a good cast.
Show me a picture of Lily James.
I just did.
Oh, I'm looking at. Oh, yeah.
I mean, and if you've seen her as Pam Anderson, boy, she just
up?
You should go watch her in that. Or a lot of people have fan casted Alexandra Daddario as Jean Grey. So I found a picture of her. That's that girl.
Oh,
and
wait a
she
minute.
is
Really?
from Percy Jackson. Yes. And I was like, the poor girl's been either stuck in horror movies or romantic comedies. And ever since Percy Jackson, God bless, she needs something to get her out of that. I mean, because she's beautiful, and I think she could maybe, do the Dark Phoenix justice eventually. I don't know.
Okay.
Wait, Rodimus Prime Red says no, she's Rogue. Are you saying you think that Alexandra Daddario is Rogue? That would be a good. I could see that.
Casted her as Rogue. Like
that could be a good one.
A lot of people casting her as Rogue, which to me, I don't know. Okay, for me, like no,
go ahead.
No Cyclops. I don't need Cyclops. I'm okay with him coming on later. That's cool and all.
Okay.
For me, it's all about Storm. I think Storm would be the perfect leader.
Yep.
And I would, honestly, as far as casting, I thought she did a good job. I think she's older now, and she was just in a bad movie. Oh, I
Yeah,
cannot remember.
she can't help what she was in. Yeah.
Was a bad script. I mean, but to be fair, so was Moon Knight. Moon Knight was in that movie too. Oscar.
Yeah, Oscar.
Isaac, right? So I mean, it
But
wasn't their
luckily
fault
for
they
him,
were in a bad movie.
it's true.
Honestly,
Luckily
I
for
would be
them, no one
okay.
can tell. You be okay with them being with her
Like,
coming back?
I swear, when I heard of X-Men, my dream, like when the X-Men movie was coming on, Angela Bassett was the only queen I wanted to play Storm. But I mean, that's so many years ago, and she's still. Don't get me wrong, she's still. Oh my goodness, a
beautiful.
gorgeous woman.
But she's already in the MCU.
Black
She's
Panther.
a matriarch.
Yeah, she's gonna. Remember that when Chris Claremont told us about? Like, he's like, she's gonna unveil her hair. She's got white hair. She's gonna be Storm.
That would be awesome if that actually did happen.
Is this true? I think she made some bad comments. Amanda,
Who? So that's Alexandra Shipp. And with the mohawk, I didn't realize because she's Andrew Garfield's love interest in Tick Tick Boom. I cannot believe I managed to get that in there.
Girl.
Oh, she's gorgeous in that movie, and she sings like a mother. She's awesome singer too. She is something else. Like entirely.
I'm gonna look up some of these names. Janelle Monáe for Storm. Did she say something? That's what Martin.
I don't know. I have to look it up. Now the person. So I actually had Storm on my list too, and the person I had chosen, who actually has been nominated this year for quite a lot of stuff, is.
I bet she wasn't in Tick Tick Boom.
No, and Alexandra Shipp is a wonderful actress and deserves a lot of great things. But is Ruth Negga, and she was in the movie Passing.
No, go ahead.
Oh,
what was she?
She was in just recently in the movie Passing with what's her name? Oh my God, I can't think of her name. Why am I blanking? From Thor. Tessa Thompson. I'm sorry. She was in the movie Tessa Thompson, and she's been getting a lot of accolades for that award, for that show, or for that movie. And she could be an older Storm. Obviously, she'd probably be around the same age as well, our Black Panther is no longer with us, but I think she could bring a lot of gravitas to the role of Storm. So that would be my choice. An older Storm. And I think
what did you say she was in?
Passing. It's a movie about Tessa Thompson runs into an old friend, which is played by Ruth Negga, and she she's passing in society as a white woman. So it's set in like I think the 1950s.
Oh, actually, I saw that. I saw that. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, she's
pretty good in that.
Yeah, she's been nominated for a couple of awards for that film, and I think she could do the role justice. So yeah, because Storm is also on my list. So there you
go. All right. So, man, you just got like 3 for 1.
Yeah. Well, it just so happened you could go back to yours. I figured we'd have a couple that go. Caesar. It's never too late to give her character some powers. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's happened with the snapping of a finger and a multiverse. It's never too late. Lupita Nyong'o could always become Storm if they just wanted to try to be economical and just save on actors.
Economical? What?
Well, I don't know. It's Disney. Bob Chapek is in charge now, so who knows anymore?
Who's Bob Pate? Who?
Bob Chapek is the new CEO of Disney. He took over when, the other Bob left. Eisner.
Bob Eisner left. Okay.
Yeah. Is that his name? The leader. Yeah. Anyways, but yeah.
All right, Amanda. So hear me out. Back to what I was saying about casting pretty people for these roles, bringing the ladies and that kind of audience that normally doesn't care about movies. We need a Gambit. We need a thief. We need a good-looking guy.
You know,
we need a Gambit. And I'm not talking about Channing Tatum.
No, but did you read the article where he interviewed recently, because he's in that new movie Lost City, and he said ever since that whole Gambit thing fell through, he hasn't been able to watch any Marvel movies or anything because he's so depressed. So I feel like maybe you should give it to him.
Of madness is Gambit.
You should just give it to him so he has a chance.
I'm not going to give it to Channing Tatum.
Don't you feel bad for him? I'm just kidding. I don't care.
Have you seen his wife? I feel that much bad for him. I think Gambit is like the Han Solo of the X-Men universe. So if you have a Luke Skywalker, you have to have a character like Gambit. You have to have that. And I think, honestly, the guy I was actually thinking of when you showed his picture was Eastwood's son. I think he
Oh
was.
my god! Well, no, you're right because he has that western feel to him. So yes, I can definitely.
He can grow that scruff. He can pull off the Mon Ami. Yeah, man.
Yes, I could definitely see that. I would definitely
You
like
already
that.
played Gambit, and that's one of my favorite roles that Channing Tatum was in. I'm not the biggest Channing Tatum. I know Amanda loves him. I will say I did watch 21 Jump Street a couple of months ago with my brother.
He has a little bit of range.
Yeah,
I mean, he was pretty good in the Magic Mike movies, aside from taking off his shirt.
Sure.
And his dancing is phenomenal. There is no one can deny the man can dance.
All right, stay on target. Who's your next pick? I got to pick 3 so far. Got me Storm, got me Armor, and I got me Gambit. I don't want a big cast, but you already got yourself. Who'd you pick? You got
Storm.
You got the throuple over there.
Storm, Shadowcat or Kitty Pryde, Jean Grey, and Cyclops. And I want Cody Smith McPhee's Nightcrawler back. That's what I want. Oh my
god. 100%.
I want this kid. I want this kid back, man.
Oh wait, I thought you meant the original Nightcrawler from X-Men.
No, I would take that guy too. Alan Cummings is great. But this kid,
he was okay.
I want him back.
Would rather have Gambit than Cyclops in the MCU. They need to get No, I would take Gambit all day, every day. I think Cyclops.
What about the guy? What about the guy who played Gambit in X-Men Origins? Who was that gentleman?
Oh, he was in Friday Night Lights.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't bad.
Tyler something. Omar, who was your Storm? Alexandria, what was her name, Amanda?
Alexandra Shipp.
Yeah.
Alexandra Shipp. That's who he wants to keep.
She's a good actress.
Yes.
And yeah, she definitely had it rough because she was in a bad movie. And then I got this guy casted for my Gambit. I'm stealing him from Amanda as Cyclops. And we'll let the viewers vote it out.
We weren't even gonna vote it out.
Taylor Kitsch. Thank you, Well. Taylor Kitsch.
Taylor Kitsch. That poor guy. No. They wanted to make something out of him. They tried with.
He was in Warlord of Mars.
Yeah, John Carter. John Carter. Yeah, they were trying to make him into the next thing, and he just. I don't know what happened. I think
he is a good actor. He was in the. He was in the the David Koresh movie miniseries. He played David Koresh. And he did an excellent job. And he lost a lot of weight, and he did an excellent job. It's just Tim Riggins. I love that dude. Friday Night Lights. I love that show so much.
Yes. But
I would put the entire cast of Friday Night Lights in my X-Men movie. That's how much I love that show. It was I didn't even care for football in high school. I just loved it. It was so good. Okay. So Gambit for me. Amanda? What about you? Who's next? You have any more heroes you want to add? Like 3 more?
I do. I mean, okay. Let's see. A lot of people have talked about Emma Frost coming back in. That's a character I like to see. Maybe she's not on the team, but she can still be that kind of double agent, not such a good guy, not such a bad guy. She could replace the Mystique if you want to. I don't know if we're going to go that route with the movies, but
don't say January Jones.
Oh, no. I really like Catherine Winnick from the Vikings. She's gorgeous, great actress, and I could totally see her in that role. And she's a little bit of an unknown. A lot of people.
Oh, she's pretty.
She's from the Vikings show. The Vikings. It's called the Vikings. Yeah, it's not like I'm not saying that Viking show. It is the Vikings. Like that's the name of the show. That was on like the History Channel, and then eventually it got really popular. But the last season or 2 kind of went downhill, and then I think Vikings Valhalla, which is like a spinoff, is on Netflix. And anyone else with me on this Vikings thing?
I'm sure it's good. But hear me out, people.
If you say Lady Gaga,
no. I'm gonna go a little different. I'm gonna go with somebody from the WWE, and that is Nikita Lyons. Oh my god! Oh
yeah, you said this. I remember you said this.
All day, every day, and I remember you texted me, "Can she act?" And I said, "I don't care."
That's what I said. I mean, but you like I said, Gina Carano got some lessons. I guess she could get them too.
Care.
And I guess, John Cena, actually John Cena has range, but The Rock,
right?
I mean, look at The Rock. He's pretty much the same guy in every
no,
movie.
She's acting right there.
Sure. Damn, Hayden said, thank you for the super chat. Give January Jones another shot.
Hayden has I'm going to give Hayden a paycheck. I'm going to send Hayden a paycheck because those super chats are the worst. Lady Gaga's Dazzler, whoever, when we were talking about that.
Yes, so it, Tavon said.
You gifts for the show. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm going to find some, though.
You know who they've been talking about for Dazzler?
Really? There has been talk about Dazzler?
Yeah, in the MCU. Okay. But you know who they've been talking about, which I can't see it, but yet it is there, is Taylor Swift. Not lying. Like, a lot of people see her as Dazzler, and I'm like,
I'd rather have like
something.
Hannah Montana. What's her name?
Miley Cyrus. Dang.
Yeah. Eilish
as a Dazzler.
Samara Weaving. I do like Samara Weaving. I think Samara Weaving.
I do love her. Because we won her, and I've won her in the MCU some way. There has to be a way to get her in the MCU.
No. John Cena is a strong guy, dude. John Cena is so good. He's so good in Peacemaker.
I would love for him to make the jump to the MCU, but I do love Peacemaker, so it's a hard, I love it. I've fallen in love with him as an actor because of Peacemaker, so it's hard to say.
All right. If we have
any more people?
I'm losing.
Go ahead. I don't know. At this point, I even think mine's a team. It's just here are X-Men
that a bunch of characters you find really hot together in a movie, and you're casting the movie. Man, remind me not to put you as the casting couch agent.
No.
No talent people that look really good.
How do you know? You said you've never seen the Vikings. How do you know Catherine Winnick has no talent?
Who the heck is Captain Winnick?
Catherine Winnick.
Dude,
oh my God. Now I know you're kidding about that.
Look at that. Come on. You're fired. All right. Let's see. For me, I got to go. If we're going to have a Gambit, then we have to have that tension. So we have to go with Rogue. And not just Rogue, but also Psylocke. So Rogue and Psylocke, because like what you're doing with Jean Grey and Wolverine and Cyclops, I want to see you go with Gambit, Rogue, and Psylocke.
Okay, so that's what you want. So you want a Psylocke too?
Absolutely.
Olivia Munn Psylocke?
God, no.
Yeah.
I think Olivia Munn is a really pretty woman. I think she's attractive. It's just that all joking aside, I really do want somebody that can act, like that can have fun with the role and act. So
yes,
it's not asking for a lot. Yeah.
No.
Thank you, Dan P. I'm glad you agree with me, man, because people really loved her. All I know is, man, every scene that she was in, like she was so uncomfortable in that outfit, and I don't blame her, but it just threw me off. Like, man, the scene in the concentration camp, she just didn't know what to do with her hands. Oh,
it was rough. It was really rough.
Mark said casting couch agent. I think that's where you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I forgot about Psylocke. No, nobody forgets about Psylocke. Psylocke is great.
Some people might forget about Psylocke.
Now keep in mind, like that is like, I think I'm like being really progressive here, Amanda. That's an all women team except for Gambit. Gambit's like the only.
You are being progressive. I mean, to be fair, I just had Cyclops and Nightcrawler. Do we count them? But I do have a couple other gentlemen I'd like to see on the team, and that is Sunspot and Cannonball.
Sausage party in Amanda's team over there. All right.
No, Sunspot and Cannonball. I love their friendship in the comics. They didn't really do it.
I came close to adding both of that.
Yes, because they don't do it justice in the New Mutants movie. Obviously,
I actually have two more characters.
Okay,
but go ahead.
Gotcha.
No,
but
I think I like that. I like that.
Yeah, because I feel like with New Mutants, the movie, their characters, because they're trying to use a lot of characters at once, they got muted. It was trying to go for a different, like a dark horror theme. So, I've seen these characters in, crossover events, things like that in the Marvel comics. They have a great friendship. I love it, and I would love to see they would be perfect characters to put in our MCU as we know it in terms of how the, comedy and things like that work. I think they'd be a great fit. Do I have a complete fan casting for them? No, because it's hard. I thought about like, who is it? Tyler Posey, perhaps for Sunspot, maybe. Or going like if we, maybe even that guy from Alfred Enoch who played Dean Thomas in Harry Potter, or he was in How to Away with Murder, or that one episode of Sherlock where he got stabbed from within his coat, and Sherlock had to figure it out at the wedding of that kid.
Man, I really miss Sherlock. That was such a good show.
Me too. I mean, obviously that's never happening because both those actors have moved on to the MCU. They're too busy.
Really?
But
both of them?
Yeah, remember what's his name is Martin Freeman's reprising. Yeah, well, yeah, but he's reprising his role in Black Panther too. He's coming back.
That is dangling fruit.
That is dangling fruit. That's what you did.
Yeah, it was such a good show.
Yes.
Okay, so I like Cannonball and Sunspot. I think that's good.
Yeah, I would like to see them.
So for me, I think there needs to be a character that there's a certain thing about mutants, right? Mm-hmm. There's a reason why people hate mutants, why people fear them, and a lot of that has to do because of the way they look. And
Nightcrawler. I'm just kidding.
Well, I thought about Nightcrawler, but he's already been done twice.
Yeah,
so I thought instead of Nightcrawler, using another mutant who has kind of a weird mutant ability, and that's this guy named Skin from Generation X, who can make see what I mean? Exactly. You are like what most people
He's
say.
not too Mr. Fantastic-y, is he? As far
No, it's his skin. He can make his skin. Not his, like, he's not like elastic.
Okay.
He can make his skin just it's not very nice. You know who I really liked as an actor though was let me see if I can find a picture of this guy. He was the guy. Just watched West Side Story, and it was okay.
It was okay.
It Spielberg movie, but
I don't know why it's getting all the accolades it's getting. I was like, it's just a remake of a musical. Anyways, side note.
And I mean, there's
you're not gonna say Ansel Engelhort or
no, the guy that played Riff. This guy, the guy in the middle.
Oh yeah, that kid.
He was a good actor.
He was a good actor. He is a good actor. He was really good in this movie too, and he looks like that character a little bit.
He kind of looks like Skin a little bit, right?
A little bit, yeah.
Not your I don't know. I thought,
and he could be a bad guy. I mean, you know
why? Because he looks different.
No, because he acts kind of like a bad guy in West Side Story. I mean, that's why the whole idea, right?
Be a good Beak. See, I thought about Beak, but I went with Skin because I think Skin, he can still try to control it and kind of look semi-normal. So, will the audience know the difference between him and Mr. Fantastic? That is a good point. But in the way that he uses his mutant powers, because he doesn't have full control of it, I think they will. Absolutely. All right. Anybody else, Amanda, or do you have?
This person I want to see only because of what Jonathan Hickman did with her, and that's Moira Mactaggert.
Look at you, really,
I loved Rose Byrne, so I wouldn't mind her reprising her role as that. I think she's a fantastic actress.
What was she?
But she was Moira in the X-Men First Class and Onward, the new trilogies. But yeah, I love the idea of her hidden mutant ability and being able to resurrect and remember her past lives. And I think that's interesting. It fits with all the weird multiverse madness crap that we're doing right now at the MCU.
You said it, multiverse madness crap.
And we, exactly. And it's Hickman, and yeah, so I could see Moira. She wouldn't be part of the team necessarily, but she would show up as a mutant, and it'd be crazy. So, and of course, maybe throw back in Professor X for good measure. I don't know.
Professor X for good measure. I like that.
Yeah.
And then for me, the last person I'm going to cast is actually who I see as a Professor Xavier character, and that is Cable. a warrior from the future, but kind of put the guns aside, the train, kind of like in the way what I know this is crazy, but like Rob Liefeld did in the pages of New Mutants, he made them into a team of like an X-Force instead of kids. And I like it's like somebody that has seen the future, knows what's going to happen, so has plays the role of Professor X. That way, I mean, I hate to say it, but the Professor X and Magneto has been done in just about everything first class, and then the original Singer movies. I wanted to take a break from that, just like people want to take a break from Wolverine. I think it would be a good time to step away from that. Now comes the fun part, though. So, okay, yeah, Cable. That would be the last guy. And honestly, I don't know. I love Josh Brolin, but I mean, Josh Brolin can only play one character, right?
Thanos? Oh.
The Big Brother in Goonies.
Okay. Yeah. Jonah Hex? That's what you were going to say, right? You were going to say Jonah Hex.
Nobody was going to say Jonah Hex. But I think, I don't know. I don't know if I want it to be Brolin or somebody else. I think I would rather have like an older beat down Cable instead of a super muscular Cable.
Yeah.
Exactly. The guy from Avatar is exactly who I had in mind.
Sam Worthington. Yes.
Is that him? Is that his name? Sam
yes,
Worthington?
Sam Worthington. I like that. I like that actor.
He's great.
Mean, but ever since Avatar, I mean, he was in that.
He was up for the role of Cable and lost it to Josh Brolin, which
I miss Josh Brolin. Yeah. He can still come back though and play Cable again.
He was great. But that's my team. That's like so to recap my team of good guys, and then let's have fun and let's talk about some villains still. So my team of good guys. Yeah, you're ready for that, Amanda.
No, I was not ready for that.
Stephen Lang. Was it Stephen Lang? Stephen Lang's the guy from Avatar, isn't he?
Oh, you're talking about the older gentleman, not the younger gentleman, not the younger actor.
Sam, not the young guy.
I thought you were talking about the bad guy. You're talking about the bad guy. I'm sorry. There's a lot of guys in Avatar. For all I know, they're talking about the weird tall dude who was in it.
That's good of an actor. I'm talking about Stephen Lang. Oh my gosh, man.
I like Sam Worthington. Whatever. But yeah, Stephen Lang.
He's a good looking dude, but he also, you know what he played a really good role as a Terminator.
God, but Stephen Lang was just in those weird movies, those rapey movies or whatever. I don't know. Anyways, go ahead. That's fine.
Oh.
Don't breathe. Those movies. Just don't breathe. That sounds like those rapey movies.
Did not mean to corny weird. I was like, look, let me tell you, my relationship with Amanda is like, anytime I'm talking about movies, she says somebody, I'm like,
you got to be more specific. The guy from Avatar could be one of like any. There could be many
Captain Cable is an old guy. Why would I cast the?
I don't know. You did say an old man, to be fair.
Cable is an old guy. Where the hell was I? I just lost my train of thought there. Yeah. So to recap, my team would be Old Man Cable being like a mentor to Storm, who is leading the team, Gambit, Skin, Armor, Psylocke, Rogue.
Okay. So my question for you is, because I'm not as familiar, obviously, with the X-Men comics you are. So can they form as a team without Professor Xavier ever coming in and creating the X-Men in the first place?
Absolutely, 100%. Okay. Why would you not, right? I mean, let's think about that. Like, say you have, we haven't even talked about a plot. We can do a plot another time.
That's,
you and I have fun fanficking this stuff.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, think about it. If this is a brand new race of beings on Earth,
well, they're still humans. They just have a mutation.
Right.
They're not race.
No, they're treated differently. I mean,
they are treated differently.
That's the key to being though, right?
Yeah,
that's why you have, which still makes no sense in a world where you have Captain Marvel,
Spider-Man,
or Spider-Man, right? It makes no sense. But hey, I didn't make the rules. So absolutely, you don't need Professor X. You don't need Magneto. As much as I would love to have them, and I'm sure later on I would add them on my dream movies. No, we're not talking about no damn Generation X made for TV movie. All right.
That happened.
But yeah, absolutely. You can have them, and like you have a guy from the future. It's like, hey, this is what's gonna happen to mutant kind unless you do this. Sends them on missions. And then
it does fit with the multiverse of madness, or with time travel, right? We already know time travel exists in the MCU, so it's possible.
Thank you, Amanda.
You're welcome. I was gonna deny you that.
You denied me Stephen Lang. You gave me Sam Wentworth.
Okay, that is just miscommunication because I got the guy from Avatar again. Could be tons of
well
people.
said. Racism isn't supposed to make sense.
It never does.
Absolutely, it makes no sense, right? Anyway, that is a very powerful statement.
Oh, here, thank you, News Pooey channel. He is like 45 now. Yeah, he is an older gentleman now. He's not as like where he was in Avatar to now. He is an older
guy.
Yes.
45 is not old. Please don't say 45 is old.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of which, actually, Omar's birthday is Monday. So make sure to wish him, Mr. Tex, happy birthday on Monday. Thank you for the super chat.
For the super chat.
And we're going to celebrate it tomorrow. I made a game up with his brother.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what they've got in store.
All 80s all the time. It's real, a lot of deep cuts that only Omar, because of his age.
Okay, can we not?
I know them all.
Talk about 45 being old. Me and Sam Wentworth.
I thought you were 44. Wow, I am really
not that old. God, stop it! All right, who's on your stupid team, Amanda?
We are okay. So I said Cyclops and Jean Grey, Nightcrawler, Storm.
I took your actor for Cyclops, though. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Nightcrawler, Storm, Kitty Pryde, and then Emma Frost and Sunspot and Cannonball. So for me, Emma Frost could be a villain as well. So I haven't, necessarily put her on the team, but she could be an X-Men that would show up as a villain. So maybe I should have waited to talk about her when I guess we were going to talk about villains.
Let's talk about villains.
I'll have to go off the cuff here because
Baby, what have I been doing all this time? I've been going off the cuff. That's all I do. Really quick, let's do a Wolverine with an Australian accent. Everybody love that. Funny enough, are you talking about the Pryde of the X-Men cartoon? Because it's interesting that in the cartoon that came out in the 80s, he had an Australian accent. And then a decade or so later, they casted an Australian as Wolverine. Crazy.
That is crazy.
Omar, do you anchor your bookshelves? I do. Especially the ones up at the on the second floor. The bottom floor, not so much because my kids know better. That's the thing. If you have kids, you have to teach your kids at an early age. Don't F around the bookshelves because they will crush you. The last thing you want is a kid to get hurt because I'm serious. I'm not 100%. That's one thing I don't stress enough on my videos is anchor those bookshelves, especially if you have children that don't mind, especially if you have little boys. I hate to be stereotypical, but little boys are more adventurous than little girls. They will climb a effing shelf.
Yeah,
I did, and I learned the hard way why you don't.
And we have this important tip in the middle of our Reelz talk, which a lot of your comic guys aren't watching. So how the heck are they going to know now?
I don't know. Been watching your Chris Claremont interviews. Glad to catch you on. Chris, thank you so much, Amanda. Amanda was there when Chris Claremont and I got kicked out of a hotel.
Oh, it was amazing. We didn't get kicked. It was just like they wanted us to leave the area.
They kicked me and Chris Claremont out, okay?
Yeah, stupid hotel. I don't know why they did that. I was like, this is a comic convention. Everyone around here is doing something with a phone. Why are you kicking us out? Because they kicked us out because we were filming, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I was like, everyone's filming in this area somewhere.
When I was 5, I got absolutely wrecked by a book. I was 4 years old, and I remember doing that, like climbing on a bookshelf, and it fell on me, crushed me, man.
Yep.
It was your birthday, 67. Thanks, Hayden. I appreciate that. Purple Man's still out there. Is he?
Yeah, I think he is. Hey, Jessica Jones. Don't forget, guys. What is it? March 25th, I think. That's when all the
except Iron Fist?
No, the Iron Fist will be there. All the Netflix
they should have left Iron Fist out.
Marvel movies will be on Disney Plus. And apparently there are people complaining, and I'm just thinking,
complaining about what?
That they're going to be on Disney Plus.
Because they're not canon or what?
No, there's like parents complaining because they're
my gosh,
mature content. And I'm like, you know what? My kid doesn't even use a kid's like avatar or kid's profile on Netflix. She just knows not to click on the scary stuff. Like she clicks on Gabby's Dollhouse. She's not dumb. Just teach your kid and you don't have to worry about it. Watch your kid.
And the other thing that you don't want to do too much is like bring attention to some of these things that whatever you do not click on this. Because kids are curious. They will go and click on something when you're not watching. I know I was. Oh, my mom and dad don't want me to watch this. You bet your ass I'm going to be watching this after they aren't watching me. So, well, Omar, if you don't like Iron Fist, don't watch it. Well said, Hamza. Well said. I did not.
That's true. He did not watch it.
So I did follow your advice. I did not watch it. I watched one episode and I said, not for me. I think I watched 2 episodes of Defenders, and even that was rough. All right, Amanda, let's talk about some villains. Okay, so the X-Men has a huge rogue gallery. I love putting you on the spot. So,
I know. Let me just look these guys up quickly while you're talking. You go first.
All right, X-Men villains. So they have a huge, wonderful array of villains. Who would you use in a movie? Because we've gone through Sebastian Shaw. We've had,
We did have Sebastian Shaw.
Couple of Dark Phoenixes. We've had a little bit of Emma Frost. We've had Magneto and the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. We've had Sentinels in a way. We've had Apocalypse.
A very poor version of Apocalypse. No offense to Oscar Isaacs, who I think will do fantastic as Moon Knight. But
the one character they were building up, though, before the Fox acquisition was Mr. Sinister. And I think Mr. Sinister would be awesome. Much like my Wolverine that I want set up in different movies, that's what I want Mr. Sinister to play a role. He could be taking DNA from your Cyclops in your movie or whatever he thinks he's doing.
to create your Gambit in your movie.
That's my rule. I hate Mojo with a passion. Like, that's one of my least favorite characters. My rule is no Mojo.
I think Mr. Sinister's on everyone's list, and I would agree with that too.
And that makes sense. Sinister would be a good one.
But it would be an interesting take.
You have to start somewhere small. Like, I think a good villain would be a mutant that can have, these abilities that would be fun to see in a movie.
Okay.
Like not get crazy like Wanda, like with altering the timelines.
No, which is probably what she's going to do.
We're talking about the first movie, and I thought First Class handled that really well with Magneto and his small band of mutants.
Yes.
So for me, it would be somebody. See, like Proteus would be awesome, and like later on, for me, it would have to be somebody like that has a mutant ability that isn't really a villain, but is more out of control, and then having the main villain like Mr. Sinister manipulating him or her into using it. So somebody like, honestly, I'm going to go with like the first X Factor issue, which is Baptism of Fire. They introduced this character named Rusty Collins, who was a pyrokinetic, kind of like Pyro, not like Pyro. Pyro in the comics cannot create fire. He can just manipulate fire. He has to have a lighter, which is kind of lame. Whereas Rusty could create fire from his hands. So that's the kind of mutant I want. Somebody, look at that, man. Moses Magnum. Way to throw that in there. Apocalypse right behind that. And in the same way, like Rusty Collins losing, his ability to control the fire, it would be Mr. Sinister behind it. And then slowly introduce what I would love to call like the X-Men counter, or my X-Men movie counterparts, which would be the Marauders, which I love the freaking Marauders. Like, those are some of my favorite villains growing up. Rusty the Boy Robot. No, Rusty Collins, man. Nobody remembers Rusty. But I think if it's just something simple, pyrotechnic shots and stuff, I think it would be fun.
Spencer said, was he not in Deadpool 2? Was that
kid?
So. That kid wasn't him, right?
No. That kid was
something else.
Yeah, he was somebody else.
Yeah, a lot of people have been saying Arcade as a potential villain for the X-Men.
What's up, Reaper? I don't get to see you on live chats, man. No, this is actually my wife's office. It's just a mess. Just like believe me, the entire house looks a lot like this, and will probably look like this for a long time. But it's good to see you, man. This is a good question that I do want to talk about. How would you weave Wanda into the MCU X-Men? But first, I want to hear Amanda's thoughts on a villain. Because Amanda's got so many guys. Amanda is a walking.
No, I am like the least Okay. Yeah. I like Mr. Sinister.
See what I mean? Guys,
There we go.
you can't make stuff up like that. Like, she is a walking box of ideas.
But a lot of people have been saying Arcade is a potential supervillain in the chat. I've seen him thrown around a lot, which is an interesting villain of choice.
Up for Arcade, that actually
He's only half joking.
Actually work because he's kind of annoying like Arcade.
Yeah, someone else has said Cillian Murphy. Cillian, is it Cillian Killian? Anyways, Cillian Murphy, but he could would you think it'd be reminiscent of how his Scarecrow turned out? I don't know.
I don't know. But see,
It could be different.
That's the thing with movies, depending on the director and the screenplay, they could really twist these into like a dark character.
Yes.
And I don't know if you need that in X-Men. But
No.
you know, that's my non-traditional X-Men team, of course, you know, daydreaming. I would love to have the original 5. It would be great. And then branch out from that and from movies. But probably odds are that's too...
For Marvel. I mean, Marvel's taking risks.
That's too white bread for Disney. Like, Disney's not going to do that.
Well, they're taking some risks.
No, I'm saying there's no way that they cast 5 white teenagers in a movie. Like, it's not going to happen.
Yes.
Like,
okay.
I didn't make the rules. I'm just seeing, you know, what I say. This is a shirt that my brother and I designed. This is our serial killer shirt. See, there's a bunch of cereals.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. So my brother and I designed some T-shirts a few years ago, and this is one that we actually put together. Yeah, I forgot. My brother's a talented artist, and I'm a funny
very
guy.
Talented. Yeah.
I like that she agreed with him being talented.
You're also very funny.
Save Arcade for Spider-Man X-Men movie. I think
there's possibility.
Villains should be friends of humanity. I think that would be a big thing, right?
And the Sentinels,
like just humans in general.
Well, that makes sense because especially if they're introduced into the MCU and just kind of thrown in there because of something that Doctor Strange does, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're not even supposed to be there in the first place, and I think regular humans would not like that and see them as other already. I think they make it go that way with it. In addition to them having the mutant powers. Because still, to me, it just boggles my mind how, like, I still think about how it boggles my mind that mutants aren't accepted, but Spider-Man's accepted as a hero. And clearly he has spider powers, but there's also Toad. It looks like a Toad. Like, I don't get it. It's still crazy to me. Like,
yeah, it never made any sense. And Tevon, this is how I define my relationship with Amanda. It's like,
Omar, like, you're also
thought like, oh yeah, you're okay. Remember the Avengers from 2012? All 6 of the main characters were white.
Yes.
Hello.
Are you say
Dr. Bruce Brad, or was it a little green, wasn't he?
I thought you were going to say Samuel Jackson. Did it?
Nick Fury. Put them together.
Yeah.
Nick Fury. Okay.
Nick Fury.
And the real Iron Man that should have been in the movie. Okay.
Maybe he'll be an Iron Man variant in Doctor Strange.
If he's Amanda, if he's an Iron Man variant, like, that would make my day.
I know. You'd be the only one who'd stand up and cheer in the damn theater for it, and it would be hilarious.
I would be the only one. Yeah, man.
Just be glad he's not Jussie Smollett, and yeah, you're good.
Dude, because if your stupid kid, the Iron Lad, shows up in that movie.
Oh, I'll be so happy. He's going to show up in, what is it, Ironheart? I'm really hoping he shows up in Ironheart as, like, I don't know, ends up working with Riri. It just would be cruel. I don't care.
So is Ironheart going to be a show?
Yes.
And she's appearing in Black Panther too, from what I read.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Just how Ms. Marvel will be appearing in The Marvels when that comes out.
So The Marvels comes out before the Miss Marvel show?
No. And we can actually talk about that when we get to our news segment. But
all right. Where are we at?
I don't know.
This new segment. We're done with our mutant casting. Let us know what you think. Should I take Amanda's Clint Eastwood's son from her?
Don't you take Clint Eastwood's son from me. If not, you give me someone else.
We'll let the viewers vote. Is this guy a better Cyclops Even with glasses.
Just thinking of that you put
Look
this.
at that acting. He's like, huh. Or is he a better Gambit?
I don't want to tie to you.
Let us know in the comments down below.
Oh,
but yeah, that's
my
our cast.
gosh.
This is a lot of fun. I've been wanting to do this for a long time. Feige said Miss Marvel is the next show after Moon Knight.
That's what we were going to talk about next.
Gosh damn it, Derek! That wasn't a choice. It was either Gambit or Cyclops. Not Omar's team has no mainstream appeal to something. Hello, did you not see Scott Eastwood?
That was my appeal right there.
That's my appeal, man. I'm stealing from Amanda.
Yeah.
Oh, look, man. We're already separated. I don't like Scott Eastwood. Gambit all day. Cyclops. Bruce Williams agrees with you, Amanda.
Henry Cavill is Cyclops.
Is way too big for Cyclops.
He's just,
and I don't mean like physically, because he is a physically big
you're talking about he's too popular. He's too famous.
He's Witcher. He's Superman.
He has a lot of persona.
Be a slap in the face of the WB if he.
Well, they should just keep him casted and not just leave him hanging high and dry.
Make him the Sentry. Or Hyperion. Morph. Okay.
Yes.
My characters, dude. Have you not seen First Class, Tevon? First Class had Banshee, Darwin. And it still did well. You know why? Because it's X-Men, and people.
But it still had Professor X and Magneto, and that was what brought and Mystique as Jennifer Lawrence.
Amanda, I'm having White Queen.
Oh God, no one knows who she is unless you watch the WWE, which has a lot of fans. I'll admit they have a lot of fans.
Know who she is? They're about to learn. Okay,
they are about to learn.
She's gonna play arcade.
I was gonna say maybe Florence Pugh, but she's already gonna be.
I do.
Oh no!
What is Cyclops? No. Alexandra Daddario. That's the young lady that you showed, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this girl right here.
People have been really wanting her for Rogue.
Well, she's very, very. She's
very, very
sexy. She's a very sexy girl.
Like Southern. Where's she from?
She's sex. I have no idea. Let me Google her whole life story. Hold on a second.
I didn't ask her that. I just say where she's from. Henry Cavill is Captain Britain. Oh, he is British. Let's give him.
Oh God, he would be a good Captain Britain if that was to come to pass. I would be all
man. The movies have done stuff out so dirty. All I want to see is him be done.
She's from New York, so she's not.
She could pull a Southern accent.
I think she'd be a fine actress.
Andrew Garfield could. X-Men versus Mole Man.
Have you not seen The Eyes of Tammy Faye?
Have you seen the Doctor Who episode?
No, that is a terrible. No, that's a terrible. Watch. I know it is. Watch The Eyes of Tammy Faye, and you will not have any doubt.
I told you I like that movie better than Tick Tick Boom. Anyway,
you did.
Crazy.
I didn't say I liked it more than Tick Tick Boom.
The
music of Tick Tick Boom gets me every time, but I still thought it was a fantastic film. Yeah. And the fact that poor Tammy Faye is dead and gone because of.
I don't know who she is, but damn, I know, right? She's arcade, man. She's on next. Jade Cargill is Storm. Oh, okay. I'm about to look up Jade Cargill because you all got me wondering who this young lady is. But that is our casting. Oh. Wow. That, okay. Yeah, I can. Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
No, hold on. You misunderstand my facial expressions because I'm drinking.
Okay.
She's just built rather well. So, I mean, I don't know if okay, I'll be honest, guys. I don't know if I would want my Storm like this. Like, that's I mean,
that's woman.
Wonderful looking woman. It's just
Storm, can she act? Why is that?
I love it. Like that matters.
It does.
Oh, she did a Storm. Oh, is she the lady that had the cross, like her arms crossed? I saw that. Yeah.
I'll tell you then if you want someone for Storm. The cosplayer Cutie Pie Sensei, I think is her name. Gosh, she is gorgeous, and she
Cutie Pie Sensei. I'm gonna look her up.
Yeah, I think it's on Instagram. She is the best. Oh my gosh, she cosplays so much. I don't know if she did Storm.
Oh, she did Riri Williams.
Yeah, she even did Mrs. Maisel, which I think was amazing. She is fantastic. I love that cosplayer.
Cutie.
Oh, she is adorable. Yeah, she's amazing. Anyways, she can cosplay anything.
Why am I going down this rabbit hole, cosplayers?
I don't know.
All right, the news.
All right, so because you're talking about Ms. Marvel, so the investor call. So obviously we got the big Obi-Wan Kenobi teaser trailer that everyone probably has seen. Omar and I will be doing recaps of those episodes when they air at the end of May, every Friday. And given the fact that DC keeps screwing us over on release dates, we have some open time now in our calendar to continue doing those recaps on the Obi-Wan Kenobi show.
I can't wait for Obi-Wan Kenobi. Oh my gosh, is that good?
It's funny because when Omar texted me, we were texting back and forth about it, and he said, Duel Fates gave him chills. And I had posted something on my Instagram about this, asking if everyone was hyped for it. And the number of people who responded to me saying that Duel of Fates gave me chills, like, see, these guys know. They know. That's it. But anyway, so that premiered because Disney had their investors call. And at the same time, they also announced some other things, including the fact that Ms. Marvel will be released this summer. So that could be somewhere between June and September. It'll most likely, So given that Moon Knight is about 6 episodes, so we'll probably get all through it April. It'll probably be June, I'm assuming, is when she's going to premiere, which will happen right after Doctor Strange airs in May. So it gives them time, because if something happens in Doctor Strange that affects it, there we go.
Screw Obi-Wan.
Oh, I'm excited for Moon Knight.
Roberto Rodriguez. We are super excited for Moon Knight. We've been talking about Moon Knight for a long time now. But Obi-Wan, I think, is really cool that, like, it's crazy to think about these characters that are appearing in freaking, like, the movies, right?
Yeah.
Like the Grand Inquisitor and Siri Junde in live action movies is just nuts. Like,
it's really cool to see them in it too. Yeah.
Really cool, man. They told us Ms. Marvel was coming last summer, so let's see if they're telling the truth. Oh, Tavon, you got Feige on the phone. He calling you, and he told you Ms. Marvel.
I'm pretty sure they're telling the truth on that, and because I'm not sure what else they'll premiere. They're not going to obviously premiere it in May because Moon Knight goes until April. Then we'll have a break.
Hello there.
I do. Ewan McGregor is. Man.
You're not talking about old man Kenobi.
No, I'm not talking about old man Kenobi. I'm talking about. The man who swooned me with his ballads in Moulin Rouge. That's what I'm talking about. Ewan McGregor. The adorable Ewan McGregor from Big Fish. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, Big Fish.
The one who made Revenge of the Sith all worth it. When he just starts yelling at Anakin as Anakin's burning alive. You are my brother, Anakin. Oh my god,
ground, man, dude! Oh. And they played that the score. Not only did they play Duel of the Fates, but they played the score of oh my gosh, what is the name of it? It's the Anakin Kenobi fight from Episode 3. It is freaking brilliant, and they played it in the trailer. Lost it. Ewan from Trainspotting is a great movie too. Not Christopher Robin. Nobody talks about that movie. Alex McGinn. You knew. I knew you were hot for Alex.
Alex McGinn.
Dude, that guy was awesome, man.
No, he was great. Yeah.
No, that's a name I haven't heard.
Christopher Robin.
A long time. Yeah, that was what's his name? McGregor, right?
That was McGregor. He played an old Christopher Robin. Yeah.
I really want a Last Avengers Captain Marvel movie in the MCU, but I think it's too late for that. Moon Knight is my birthday gift from Disney. My man, Roberto Rodriguez. Happy early birthday. I'm a March baby too, man. Mine's March 14th. So, happy birthday to me.
Happy birthday, man. But anyways.
Callisto. Did we cast Callisto?
We did not.
Just in case.
Oh,
you cast it as Callisto. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching. Hit that like button. Yes, everybody, do please hit that like button.
Yes, as you're going through. And thank you for sticking with us. All right, so yes, Ms. Marvel expected to be released this summer. Obviously, I wouldn't expect it the first part of June because we have Obi-Wan, and there's no way they're going to back up a Star Wars and a Marvel show together. That's not going to happen. So if it'll happen, it'll be mid-June. Though it's weird because I feel like She-Hulk would be first because more promotional
I've seen so many
material.
more shots of her, and
Yes.
we saw the cups with her.
Yeah, the thermos cups. Yep, the thermos cups have been leaked for She-Hulk. That again, I guess that doesn't mean anything. It just could be that they managed to leak that and not anything on Ms. Marvel. So maybe it doesn't mean anything as far as when which will be released. But we know that per the investor call, it should be coming out this summer.
I'm sorry, Colin. Callisto's supposed to be home.
Yeah, which is what we
will not feed Nikita lions for 2 weeks. Then
no,
and she won't bathe for 2 weeks.
All right, but yeah, She-Hulk merchandise is also on my list of stuff to talk about. But hey, did you guys see the first look of the She-Hulk merchandise? It was some official thermos cups that were leaked online. I think some of the pictures had Tatiana Maslany, like a half, Jennifer, half She-Hulk kind of look. And
so talk to me about this young lady that's playing She-Hulk.
Girl.
This young lady that's playing She-Hulk. What has she been in?
Orphan Black. Is it Orphan Black? Is that the movie she was in, or the TV series?
Are you answering your own questions again? Because
I'm just yes.
I can't answer that one.
Yes, it was Orphan Black, where she played I guess it was. I've never seen it. To be fair, I've never watched it, but I think there was different clones of her running around. Yeah, Orphan Black. So that's where she got. That's where she got her start. She was nominated for a number of awards for this show. I think it's available on Amazon if you have a premium subscription.
Your buddy's back.
Oh my gosh! Now I gotta be monitoring the chat.
I know, Amanda. You do this. You got that. Okay.
Anyway, so that's where she comes from, and she hasn't, as far as I'm aware, she has not done much since Orphan Black.
Already on it. Somebody's on it. Thank you all so much. Whoever is on there, the bot is back.
The bot is back.
Don't click on that, Matt, as much as you want to.
Yeah, don't. You don't want
Caitlin Deaver. Oh, I gotta look up Caitlin Deaver.
Yes.
That's what you get for posting that thirst trap song. It's my. You gonna blame me? Is this my wife?
They are right about it. They are right about that.
They are. Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Just kidding. Yeah. So she hasn't been in a lot of anything major since Orphan Black, which is where she really got her start. So there's not a lot. She was in Perry Mason, the limited TV series. Perry Mason. You never watched it, I know. Yeah, she was also in the Troll Hunters. She voiced Aja on the Troll Hunters. Have you seen those cartoons? Which I have because my daughter likes them. It's a DreamWorks production on Netflix. It's a number of series you should watch. Troll Hunters is it's not bad. It's kind of fun. Not bad. If you want some different animation and you're in the mood for it. But maybe watch like Vox Machina first or something. I don't know. Anyways, so that's who she is. And there's also, in terms of X-Men, there were rumors that I think it's Mr. Immortal, I believe.
Mr. M?
Mr. M, yeah. There was some rumors that there's going to be a scene with a character like Mr. M in it, possibly as Mr. M. So that's going to be someone she might have to defend in the series. Maybe it's a one-off. Because I'm trying to figure out if it's going to be more like I've envisioned like an Ally McBeal or something like that. I'm trying to think how they're going to. They broke the wall. They broke the fourth wall in Ally McBeal, right?
Do I look like I watch a lot of Ally McBeal?
I figured it was like a popular 90s show. You probably watched it for the sake of watching it because it's a popular 90s show.
I did date a girl that was into Ally McBeal, and I had to watch a lot of it. Like when Billy died.
I don't know.
I was
too young.
Oh, you were too young, please.
Okay, yeah, that's where the Chunga Wunga baby thing came from. The Ooga Chaka baby.
Hey, happy birthday, man. On
St.
Patrick's Day, brother.
Look at the Irish.
It would be great to see a version of Hulk regression. Crossroads, I like this idea, since he is basically Professor Hulk at the moment. Bring back Savage Hulk. have Nightmare mess with his mind. I
Hey,
like
might
that
see
a
Nightmare.
lot.
I've not ruled Nightmare out in Multiverse of Madness yet. I've not yet ruled that actor at that
With
thing.
the dancing baby. That's all I
Matt, you're right. RTJ wasn't Alec Beal. Where we get off on
This is crazy. I'm currently watching Ally McBeal. Watch it instead of our show right now. Aaron Richards forever. I love that people are just watching like the stuff that we talked about like 30, 45 minutes ago. Yeah.
Do it. Let's see. Do they have a
what is it?
I think. I don't know. I've never seen the show, so I don't know much about it.
What is that?
Was it Kim Cattrall in the show? Wasn't that an early role for her?
No, Cattrall was in Mannequin.
But who was the
What? I love Mannequin. I don't care.
You really do love Mannequin.
I do. It's the girl from 30 Rock. That was an early role.
Oh, Jane. Jane. Yeah, the one in the other Kimmy Schmidt. Okay, that's right. That actress.
James Marsden, Robert Johnny. Newsbutcher, you know a lot about.
Yeah,
they had a unisex bathroom. Oh, that's what you meant. Okay.
Oh, okay, cool.
No, I didn't know, guys. I had like an ex-girlfriend that watched it, and I was forced to watch it after staying overnight with her. And I remember Dancing Baby and Billy dying. That's all I remember. Spoilers. Sorry. Kim Cattrall was the girl with the. That's right. She was the dog girl. Anyway. She was loud.
Yeah, she was. Yeah. So
you've seen Porky's?
No,
it's a classic. It's a classic.
I know. Yes.
We should do.
But now I feel like I need to tell.
Good Porky's.
We should. I really need to tell Tommy. We need to kind of maybe redo your game a little bit.
Because I didn't watch a lot of Ally McBeal.
No, because of how much you love Mannequin, but that's fine.
Dude, Mannequin is one of the greatest movies ever. I love that movie. She was a howler. I'm so glad people are my age and remember this stuff. That's awesome. Nah, Bill. I'm sorry, I ruined that. Amanda, I'm going to grab another beer. Keep going with the news session because you're doing awesome.
Sure. All right. Another Marvel news that's happening right now is the composer who has done a number of Marvel films, actually. Michael Giacchino apparently is reported to be the director behind the Werewolf Halloween special that Marvel and Disney Plus is doing that Gael Garcia Bernal is setting to lead. And this will be a limited series that is going to be going on Disney Plus. I'm assuming around Halloween because it is a Halloween special. But he is going to be jumping into the director's chair. And a lot of people know him because he's done a lot of really good. He's scored a lot of movies before that we would be familiar with. What is the most recent one that he's done? I think he's done a lot of the.
What do you mean, Werewolf by Night? Is that what you mean?
No, Jurassic World. That's what he's done before. So Jurassic World, The Incredibles. What?
Werewolf by Night. Is that what you meant?
Thor: Love and Thunder. That's right. He's doing Thor: Love and Thunder. Werewolf by Night. Yes, that's so. Yeah, so Michael Giacchino. I might be mispronouncing the name. Who is a composer, is going to be set to direct. I guess he's decided he wants to direct now. Is going to be directing the Werewolf by Night Halloween special that Gael Garcia Bernal.
Are they really doing Werewolf by Night?
Yeah.
That means we're getting Moon Knight. That means we're getting Blade. That means we're getting Werewolf by Night. This is opening up the Marvel Dark Universe. Oh my God. That's
Which
awesome.
Universal wanted to do with their own actual Dark Universe.
That Dark Universe.
Tom Cruise messed it up. Oh, yeah, so very exciting. Other things that are going on. Stephen Yeun apparently is being eyed. So everyone remembers him as Glenn. May he rest in peace from The Walking Dead before The Walking Dead just went.
Spoilers.
Oh, sorry. I feel like that happened. There's like 18 seasons. I feel like it's such a long time. It's not a spoiler anymore.
Years ago, I think.
But if it was, I apologize.
Go ahead.
Yes. And the Batman, you're right. He most recently did do the Batman. Thank you, Michael Giacchino. He scored that movie. So
and the score was top notch.
Phenomenal. Yeah, he's great. No, he's wonderful as a composer. I'll be interested to see how he's as a director, though. We'll see. But Stephen Yeun reportedly is up for the role of Mr. Negative, which is a Spider-Man villain I have wanted to see for such a long time in the MCU.
What?
In Spider-Man 4. because they're talking about.
Amanda, there's no such thing as Spider-Man 4. Stop. Did you get your news when we got this covered again, man?
I don't know, but I'm trying to.
First of all,
hey, can we not talk about it? Wouldn't that be cool though? Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah, okay, first of all, yes. As cool as my fanficking of Nikita Lyons as Emma Frost, but how did you go from not talking about, hey, by the way, there's a Spider-Man 4 to, oh, by the way, Stephen Yeun is going to play Mr. Negative in Spider-Man 4?
Well, no, because that's what I guess that's possibly if they're going to go with if they're going to do Spider-Man 4 and there's going to be a villain, reportedly that's what they're looking at is Stephen Yeun. Which honestly, if it's just a fan cast, not a bad fan cast. I love Mr. Negative. I would love to see him be. I know I want Kraven. We know we're getting Kraven already in his own movie as Aaron Taylor Johnson, but it would be cool to see Stephen Yeun.
How do you have for villains?
Oh, is he talking about X-Men villains? Are we back on that?
Ellie McBeal. No, but we have a lot of villains.
Yeah.
One Blackout. Look at these names. Stephen Yeun is in my deal. Oh, older than great.
Ooh, I like that. I think he could.
Kyle Rayner. I give him Kyle Rayner.
Oh, the Green Lantern. That's interesting. I could see that too.
Yeah.
But I would really like to see him bust out his acting chops to play Mr. Negative.
Yeah, man.
Play a good villain. Anyways, but let's talk about the DC universe quick because it just kind of ruined ruined my Reelz talk schedule. And it just kills me because so they come out with this awesome trailer right around the Super Bowl. All this great stuff coming out in 2022. Yeah. Black Adam, Aquaman, Flash, the Batman, which we all knew was coming out. I mean, whatever.
We saw it. We reviewed it.
Yeah, we saw it. The Batman comes out, and then right on its heels of a great opening weekend, over 100, I think the whole weekend, 150, $100. I think. Yeah, $100. Yeah. We get news that they're delaying two of their biggest movies, Aquaman and The Flash. They said it's because of COVID, production issues, and visual effects. I'm beginning to think, but a lot of people are kind of thinking at least the Aquaman has something to do with a possible recast of someone. But we'll see.
No.
I don't think they will, but I think the visual effects.
What's the point? I mean, we know. I understand. Nah, never mind. I'm gonna.
Well, that's a whole other thing. Anyways, so now they've been pushed from 2022 because they were supposed to both come at the end of 2022, right? I think I want to say November and December respectively, but now they've been moved to March and June. And what's interesting is The Flash was supposed to come out first, November of 2022.
But yeah.
And then Momoa's Aquaman 2 is going to come out in December. Well, now Aquaman will come out first. So now it makes me really think they went back and refilmed a bunch of scenes with Michael Keaton's Batman and couldn't get it done in time. And they're pushing back The Flash because now that's coming out not until June. So we went from November to June, like December to March, not that bad. You're looking at a few months, but you're looking at from November to June is almost 7 months of a pushback. That's a big pushback. So there's something there, which it could be that they actually did film more scenes because of the reaction they got from Michael Keaton. They could be doing something crazy with that film.
Despite of how I felt differently about the Batman than most people, I'm still excited for all these projects that are happening at DC.
Yeah, me too. But then again, so we had our May schedule planned out because I wanted to get the whole second quarter done.
And she did.
We did. And we were supposed to watch the DC League of Super Pets with our kids and have them come review it with us.
That would be cute.
Around May 20th. But that is now pushed back to Black Adam's date, which is July 29th. Black Adam has now been pushed back to October 21st.
That just, it seems like if you're, okay.
I'm
not, okay, here's the thing, right? With Marvel, with the MCU, and I hate to compare to, but it's hard not to.
I know.
With the MCU, you have one thing after another, right? And that's smart, but we both talked about how much we love Peacemaker.
Yeah.
Coming off the heels of Peacemaker, we went to see Batman. And it was so cool.
Yeah.
There's nothing. Like
For a long
nothing.
time.
So what happens is you lose momentum. With
Yes.
Marvel Comics, it's like, oh, you just got done seeing Spider-Man? Well, baby, we ain't done yet. We got Moon Knight coming out, and then after Moon Knight, you're gonna go see Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Like,
and then after that, you're gonna see Ms. Marvel, and then after that, you're gonna see Thor: Love and Thunder, which comes out. Which I can see why you'd want to push Black Adam back, because they don't. Maybe they're scared. They don't know. Like Thor: Love and Thunder comes out July 8th. Maybe they don't know.
You're talking about Chris Hemsworth versus
The Rock. You're right. The Rock is he is The Rock. I mean,
but I mean,
you don't know.
I mean, it's MCU. MCU is going to beat it out, no matter what. If they go toe to toe on the same opening weekend, that would be insane.
Yes. Now, the only good thing. So they moved all that back. The only good thing is they did move up Shazam to December of 2022. That wasn't supposed to come out until 2023 in June. So Flash took its place, and now it's moving up to what Aquaman was supposed to come out in December. Well, not the exact.
I'm excited about that. I like the first movie a lot.
Me too. I love that.
Did you know that Mary Marvel? I don't know what they're calling them. Are they the Marvel family? What are they called?
They're not saying it in the movies. They're not saying they're the Marvel family. No.
So Mary Marvel, now the actress is old enough to play the Mary Marvel superhero role. So they don't need the older actress anymore, which is kind of crazy.
That is crazy.
But yeah, I'm excited to see it. It's hard to do movies like Shazam because those kids are going to get older. Believe me, we have kids. And
look at Jack Razor. I mean, that kid already looks old.
The kid that Iron Lad?
The kid who... Yeah, Iron Lad. Yeah, he got old too fast. No, the kid who was in It that got really famous because of It, and they casted him as his sidekick Freddy in Shazam. He's gotten he's sprouted up. He's gotten tall and older real fast. Yeah. I mean, yeah, Asher Angel Asher.
It's so difficult to cast kids in movies and TV shows. So with a movie like Shazam, you only got 3 movies in there before that magic is gone. So you might as well knock them out back to back.
Yeah.
You can't sit on it. You can't make promises like you did with Superman. Man of Steel 2. That was a nightmare, man. DC, it seems like, somebody said it earlier, it seems like they make it up as they go along, which sucks because I love DC. I want them to succeed.
Yeah.
I want to see.
And no one's asking them to be Marvel in terms of creating this shared universe. We just want the films to be released.
I will say that they have gotten away from that, right?
And that's fine.
After Zack Snyder, they've gotten they're going to do the Batman. They didn't say this takes place in so-and-so universe. Nope. This is the Batman. Joaquin Phoenix Joker. It's not the Joker you're going to see in here. It's not the Joker you see in Suicide Squad, which means it can't be the same universe as Peacemaker. Yeah. But yeah, things like that.
Yeah, exactly. But we just want there to be release dates that come out. I don't want them to get a good idea fairy came and now we have to delay the film because we're going to add stuff in.
Exactly. They think ahead. They shot early Harry Potter movies back to back for that.
Yep.
Exactly.
They had to.
You have to think ahead whenever you have a cast of children because they grow quick and people are going to notice. People are going to be like, oh my gosh, that kid has peach fuzz on his face.
Yeah, Harry Potter did in the last film.
Yeah, and then he was messing around with horses.
He did that before the last film, and it was Harry Potter.
Remember when Billy was dating Stargirl and JSA, and dude, you talking about JSA? One of my favorite. I love that. Everybody thought it was an adult dating a young girl, and it was just Billy, but he turns into Captain Marvel. Oh, man. Just CGI, but think about how much money that would cost, though. CGI, de-aging the actress, that would be a lot of money.
Well, he is saying it would only be moderately horrifying. So he's
yeah. Even so, it would be so much money. Then you would have to recast the actors, and that's just exactly. I thought Walt from Lost was the best way to handle that in a TV show. He's gone.
Yeah, and that's why I think the smartest thing because they're we talked about Speed and Wiccan, and I think that's what the smartest thing they're going to do with the MCU is with what they're doing with the Multiverse of Madness. Wanda will get her kids back, but they're not going to be kids.
And
then we don't have to worry about that.
We gotta cast our Young Avengers.
We
man.
do gotta cast our Young Avengers.
Done that, dude.
I know. We have. To be fair, half of them are already casted in the MCU. We already have a young Hawkeye. We already got Ms. Marvel. We already got America Chavez. We've already got Ironheart. All we're missing is Iron Lad, which I
knew you were gonna bring up Iron Lad. God damn it!
As anyone in the chat is not familiar with what I'm talking about, I am really big into Ty Simpkins, who played Harley.
Well, she follows his Instagram.
Iron Man. I do follow his Instagram. Who played Harley in Iron Man 3.
I do have to say she's probably the only woman in her 30s following this.
And I like the act. I like the kid. He's a great actor.
He was in movies, man. Iron Man.
I want to see him come back. And so when I saw him, I was probably the only one in the theater who we saw.
I knew because you told me, and I'm like, oh my god.
I was the only one in the theater who recognized the kid when they showed him in the back during the funeral scene.
Everybody else in the movie theater was like, "Who's that?
Like, who's this kid?" And I was like, "Yes." Yes. Here, let me get you this picture. Let me get you this picture of what he looks like, just so you can have an idea.
What movies has he done, Amanda? He's done Jurassic World.
That's how he's done other stuff as children, but he's taken a break from acting.
Oh, he's
in college right now. So he's been going to college. He's been doing a lot of short films with his friends. Mm-hmm. So he's been focused on that. Because I follow him on Instagram. Because one day he's gonna be Iron Lad.
I'm guilty about my Nikita Lyons obsession.
And there you go. But other than that, what else has he been in recently? He was in Insidious.
He was in an ad for Preparation H.
No, he was. Yeah, was he the kid in Insidious? Yeah, he's in Insidious a long time ago, mostly as a child.
As a kid?
Well, no, when he was as a child. When he was a child, yeah, he is been in.
Michael Cera looks so weird.
Not a lot.
In the Arrested Development revival, it was. Still look at him now and then. Don't recognize him. Follow Cyber Code for Cyberstock. Iron Geek.
I don't know what you say. The kid.
Are you trying to find pictures of this kid to show me?
You want pictures of him?
No, I thought that's what you were doing. I thought you were.
I was trying to find a picture of him as like fan art of him as Iron Lad, but
I don't need fan art. Do we think Dylan O'Brien will make a good Nightwing? Who's Dylan O'Brien, Amanda?
Ooh, Dylan O'Brien is the actor from Maze Runner, because that's what I remember him the most from. But he actually did during the pandemic. He did an amazing reading of Andrew Garfield's one scene in Social Network when he yells at Mark. He's like, "I'm not just coming back for 1%. I'm coming back for all of it." It's a really good. You should watch it if you have a chance. He's actually a really good actor. He just hasn't been in a lot of roles where he's gotten a lot of chance to shine. And I could definitely see him as a good Nightwing.
He's got dimples. Nightwing doesn't have dimples.
Oh my God. Well, you could throw him as I think he would make a good superhero and whatever.
Picky about my Nightwing.
You are very picky about your Nightwing.
Teen Wolf? Is he in
Teen Wolf? Yes, and he's not returning for the movie. So that leads me to believe
J. Jonah Jameson picture. I need pictures of Iron Lad.
I got it. Wait, I got it here.
And Amanda's trying to find pictures of Iron
I got you. Here we go. There he is.
Out of here, Amanda. Why did I even ask?
What? That's what he looks like today. That's his adult look. He cut his boyish curls off. He was trying
what he looks like. That is a cartoon. Get that off my show. I need to wash my eyes out, man.
Oh my God. Oh wow, we haven't even got through. All right, that's Dylan O'Brien from American Assassin. Very good, Ted. That is a much more recent movie where he's played an adult. Yes, American Assassin.
Dark Wave Fairy liked it. Amanda likes Batman. Omar didn't.
Yep, that's a good synopsis of
Okay,
our review. Yeah.
To be fair, I said it was
He says something.
6.5.
6.5. Yes.
Yeah, 6.5, man. I didn't dig it. All right, man. What else is on the news?
All right. So speaking of no. So speaking of some DC news, they've casted some more actresses and actors for Blue Beetle. Which what is his name? Is it Zolo Mariduena?
Oh, the guy
from Cobra Kai. Yeah. He's gonna be Jaime Reyes. I'm so excited about that because I like that actor who plays Miguel. He's fantastic. Yes. And they've casted a couple of more actors to the film. Bruna.
Oh, it's a film.
Marquezine. Yes. Yes, it's Bruna Marquezines, Belisa Escobedo, and Harvey Guillen. Oh God, maybe you should have read the name.
Maybe I should have read. You read all the white people names. I read all the Latin names.
Yeah, so Bruna, she is set to play the female lead and also the love interest Penny. Belisa is set to play Milagros Reyes, and then who's his younger sister. But no one has. Everything has been kept under wrap about Harvey's role, so we don't know what he's going to be playing yet. But it's being directed by Angel Manuel Soto. The screenplay is being done by Gareth Dunet Alcocer, who wrote Scarface remake and Sony's Miss Bala, and John.
That's not that great of a resume.
William
Zabka be cast as Ted Ford.
Oh my God,
because that would be the best thing ever.
Oh wow! Well, right now I don't know, but this is supposed to arrive in theaters in August of 2023. But given that DC's shuffled around a bit, I don't know.
Tevon, I don't know where you live, but you and I just became kindred spirits. If Johnny from Cobra Kai is casted as Ted Cord, that would be the best thing ever. Will Ted Cord be in it? We don't know yet.
We don't know yet.
Amanda has finished all of Young Justice. I
love that. I love that series. Yeah, Young Justice Phantoms is the last one that just came out. It's really great animated series. I love it.
Oh my God, dude. Miguel and Johnny as Jaime and Ted. That say no more. I'm in. I'll go buy tickets for everybody. Paul Rudd as Ted Cord.
No, but they probably would cast him.
Hayden, it's almost 3 a.m. here and I gotta
go to sleep. But thank you for watching us and staying up this late. But also go to sleep.
Zabka as Booster Gold. But Zabka as Ted Cord would be great.
That would be really cool.
80s Scarface itself was a remake. True. And honestly, between us, not that great of a movie.
No. I did watch it once.
I never saw the appeal of Scarface.
I only watched it once, and that was because someone told me it had the most F words, and I was like, I'm going to count this. And so I watched
More than
any other movie, apparently. But this was, of course, like 10 plus years ago. There's a good possibility Deadpool's outdone itself.
More than like The Big Lebowski. The Big Lebowski has a lot of F words. Okay. What else is movie news, Amanda?
Last movie news before we go, because it's 9:50. We got 10 minutes left.
Whoa.
We know Dune Part 1, phenomenal film.
Yes.
It's gotten it's getting mostly a lot of love at the award season here. As for Best Picture right now, even though Denis had gotten shut out for the directing category. However, of course, Dune Part 2 is coming on board, and we have learned that Florence Pugh,
brand new cast,
Omar's favorite actress in the entire world. Considering that she played a WWE star, who I also started following on Instagram because of her role in Fighting with My Family. Very different in real life than anyways.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So she is in talks to play Princess Irulan Carino, the eldest daughter to the Emperor Shaddam Carino IV. And she will be joining Timothée Chalamet, who we have yet to cast in MCU, but I'm sure he'll show up at some point. Even though someone told him never to do a superhero film, I think he'll show up with enough.
Really? X-Men animated is a continuation. It's X-Men 97. It's a continuation of the 5th season of X-Men.
Yeah.
Wow, that casting. I mean, I'm excited for Doom. Did Doom do well though? Like, how well?
Well, it's hard to tell. It did well for considering it came out it came out earlier this past year when we still weren't sure. Well, it had a couple things going for it. The pandemic, people weren't still seeing it.
Going for it.
Yeah, yeah. But also, it still got that same day release on HBO Max. Because let's face it, it came out the weekend it came out. I was giving birth, so we watched on HBO Max because I couldn't go see it in theaters because I was healing from massive stomach wound to get a baby out of me. So I couldn't just run off to the theater and see Dune, so I had to see it at HBO Max. So it did have that as a fault.
They're already eyeing a third film too.
Yeah. So but I think
cool.
what its viewership on HBO Max, in addition to what it did in the theater, because it didn't do bad in the theater, even with it being on HBO Max, I think that's why we have the sequel and the threequel.
Threequel? Is that what we're calling? Did you just make
up
a word?
I made it up. Yeah,
it is well for something that also dropped on streaming.
Yes, exactly.
That's great. I'm glad to hear that. I was wondering how well like things like Suicide Squad did too.
Oh, the Suicide. And see, that came out even earlier in July when it was still unsure.
Have I seen Malevolent with Florence in it? I have not, but I did see
Midsommar,
which was
dang.
Okay. I don't like that guy's movies that well. I know people love Hereditary and Midsommar.
I'm not an A24 fan, but
What's
she
A24?
was A20 is the production company who makes all those films.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They have a certain, you can start to see they go for a certain motif in all their films.
What did you do that people were congratulating you for?
They may not have remembered that I had a baby.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to take that from you. Yeah, she had a baby, everybody.
You can take it from me.
Herself. It was amazing.
My husband likes to say he did 90% of the work, but I don't know if that's true.
That's really good. They're gonna I don't think it's a remake of Nosferatu, right? It's more like that Willem Dafoe movie that he did. She made Life, Omar. Hey, I did too. Okay. Anyway, I'm not gonna give you a lesson on that. They usually have people turn into animals. Or date animals, whatever. Wait.
Yeah, that's true.
Do they get to the God Emperor part of the Dune saga where it gets beyond weird? I think that's that will be in the second movie.
Yeah, I don't think it was in the first movie. And neither was really Zendaya.
Yeah, I'm okay with
Thank you, Tavon. I appreciate that.
Have you guys watched The Lighthouse? Yeah.
Yes.
I liked it.
And that's where I was like, people got to give Robert Pattinson a break from the Twilight stuff because everyone does a film like that. Can we all not forget the films that Matthew McConaughey was in the late 90s, early 2000s? They all were gems, I'll tell you that. But he still made a good Mud in the Dallas Buyers Club. So
right, I'm so glad you mentioned Mud.
Mud is a great film. I think everyone
was the movie that made me think, wow, this guy's got a good acting.
Yes, and then True Detective.
Did we review True Detective?
We reviewed the next one. Yes, 3. With Steven Dorff and Mahershala Ali. Such a good we did not. We definitely didn't review the one with Vince Vaughn.
Definitely not the one. Oh my god. One more, Amanda, regarding the Obi-Wan trailer, can you believe all people complaining about how the Inquisitors don't look the same as the cartoon?
This is why I don't read comments.
People tend to complain about everything, man. It's just
give up on it.
It's so easy to be negative about things.
Yeah, speaking of complaining, here's a good example of that. Mm-hmm. So, and I sent this to Omar earlier. So,
Iron Lad picture?
No, comicbook.com posted on Facebook a headline saying that Alligator Loki was getting his own series. That's all they said in the headline.
So silly.
So of course, I read the article, and it is a comic book series. They're not making a TV show about Alligator Loki because that's a lot of CGI. It's not happening. Well, I get into the comment section, and it became abundantly clear to me that the majority of people only read headlines and do not read the actual article themselves because the number of people complaining about a Alligator Loki TV series, they're like, well, I want this instead. And I want that instead. I was like, You're complaining about something that doesn't even exist. It's not even happening. Read the article, man.
Amanda, you
Like-
expect people to watch these movies to read. Like, in general, they don't read.
No, clearly.
I will never forget having an argument with somebody. I shared this with you earlier. Having an argument with somebody talking about She-Hulk. Like, I can't believe they're what was it? It was like She-Hulk. I can't believe they're pushing their political agenda on us by making Hulk into a female. And I didn't know if they were being, sarcastic, because you never know how to take people. But no, they were being genuine. And I was like, that She-Hulk has been around for a long time, right? And the reason that she has been around is exactly the same way. Yes, Stan Lee decided, hey, this is working for DC Comics. They have a Supergirl. They have an Aquagirl. It's time to do the same for Marvel Comics. And it's interesting to see that history behind it. But come on, man. That was so many years ago, long before the TV show. They're to cast crocodiles and alligators. That's pretty good.
That is awesome. Colored end.
You can tell the difference. If the article was more than 3 sentences, then no bueno, right? I need somebody on YouTube to explain to me what this is about.
Yeah. So,
what's up, Ryan?
Hey, Ryan. Oh, that's exciting. Gail Simone writing a Jessica Jones miniseries. I'm all for that.
She's writing the variants. It's
cool.
Jessica Jones and all the variants of Jessica Jones. This is a really good question. I'm curious about this.
Huh.
Off topic, but favorite classic movie. I think that's a good question to end the show with.
Classic movie. And when we say classic for
like
us,
80s,
Is 80s classic now?
No, a classic movie for me is The Man Who Shot Liberty Balance. That's one of my top 10 favorite films of all time. John Wayne and Jimmy Stewart, phenomenal in it, and I love that movie so much. It's a movie I used to watch. Oh my goodness, once every year, but then life happens, and I haven't seen it in a long time. It's a classic. It's a classic to me, and it's just one of the best. You can't go wrong with Casablanca or Gone with the Wind. Those are great, but for me,
I could do without Gone with the Wind. But
Gone with the Wind is good, man. I didn't. Did you see his their kid dying? I did not see that coming.
I didn't see that coming either. But no.
Yeah, I feel old.
Yeah. Stephen Lee said Lawrence of Arabia. It's a great film.
Great. It's got a great score too.
Yes. For me, I would say I really love To Kill a Mockingbird. That's one of my favorite classic films. Yeah, that's one of my favorites.
Yeah. Oh my God, Gregory Peck. My wife has the hots for Gregory Peck.
My mom had the hots for Gregory Peck.
Okay, well, that's weird. It's not so much Gregory Peck, but it's the character.
Well, that's when she knew she wanted to be a lawyer. Was when she watched Atticus Finch. Because my mom is a lawyer, but that's when she knew she wanted to be a lawyer. Was watching Atticus Finch.
That scene when, oh my God, I lose it when she's like, your father is walking, stand children. And oh my God, what a powerful scene. Like, it's such a good movie. Like, I'm totally misquoting it, but yeah, when she tells
it's a
good movie. That's a good choice. Apocalypse Now, Christmas Story, Legend becomes fact. Print the legend. OG Ninja Turtles. Apocalypse Now is a classic. I love it.
It is weird. Go ahead.
No, I was like, have you ever seen Apocalypse Now? Like any version?
Yes, I did see it. I think I did see Apocalypse Now.
Oh my God, the Redux version is rough.
I don't think I've seen that. See, that's where I'm like, what is considered classic now? Because have we gotten to the point where we could say our 80s movies are classic?
Yeah, you totally can, right?
Are 90s movies classic yet? Or are we still
classic? I mean, here's the thing that I guess it's weird, but the American Film Institute, what is it, Amanda? Every 10 years or something?
I think so. They come out with a list of new,
top 100, right?
Yes.
And the last time they added, it takes a lot for them to add a movie. And I think one of the last ones they did was The Return of the King. And rightly so, it belonged. Fargo. But I remember going through in 2002, me and my buddy Matt Thompson watched all 100 of the top AFIs.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was horrible. Because some of them were phenomenal, and I'm so glad I watched them. And then some of them are like, what the hell is this about? Oh, I want to kill myself. They were just so bad, like so artsy.
Well, a lot of those were back then, yeah.
Kelly's Terminator, Big Trouble in Little China. Late 70s and 80s are classic now, if that's the case, man.
Yeah, I think we've reached that point in our lives where that is.
Which of Mice and Men? The one with the original classic, or the one with what's his name? John Malkovich. Which is a great book. I really like that book. I always count classic as pre-70s. Cinema changed so much in that decade. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, everybody.
Oh God, it's 10:03.
Thunder, yes. Oh man,
Tropic Thunder will one day be a.
We were talking about that one day, and we just let's go home and watch it because it was.
Oh, it's such a good. It's such a good. I always put on Tropic Thunder if I get a chance to. It is such a great film.
Anything with Jack Lemmon, dude, as good.
Yes,
as
didn't he do The Apartment?
Good as it gets is one of my favorites. What's that?
Yeah, The Apartment was one of his films, wasn't it?
Yeah, he did.
Which I like. Yeah,
and but as good as it gets with Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah,
you can't beat that. And Tony Curtis, phenomenal. But yeah, I love to talk about classic movies. I'm a big fan of that stuff.
Yeah.
But yes, we do have to get going. We've been over 2 hours. Thank you all so much for joining us. Hit that like button. Amanda, this is your part.
Oh yeah, you're good. You're doing such a good job. I wanted to give you that role. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and remember to follow us on all of our social media channels at nearmintcon. Remember to check us out on Spreadshop if you want some great Near Mint Edition merchandise, and also check us out on Patreon for $1 a month or more. You can get one of Omar's shirts right off his back, sweat and everything. That's what you're going for. That's what you like. $1 a month or more. Support the cause.
A little weird.
And of course, a little weird, just a little bit. Of course, if it's classy and cool, it must be Near Mint. Good night, everyone. Good journey. And we will see you next week for what are we doing next week?
We're talking about casting Iron Lad.
No, we're not. He's just mad because it's only going to be one man, and it's going to be that guy.
It's not going to be. Do not show a picture of that guy at the end of my stream. Everybody have a good night.
Yeah, I was going to tell him what we're going to watch next week.
What are we doing?
Oh, we're going to do next week, guys. So we're going to start when we have like these breaks where nothing's coming out because DC wants to change up their film schedule. We are going to do reviews of movies we haven't in the last couple of years we haven't gotten to review together, and we're gonna do the Eternals next week. So if you really want to hear me and Omar's full-fledged opinion on the Eternals, stay tuned and join us next week live at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yes, please.
Yes.
And DMZ, we're gonna review DMZ.
We do, but that doesn't come out yet.
That hasn't come out yet. Okay.
No, sorry. That I think it comes out alongside of Obi-Wan, so we're gonna have to make some difficult choices. But anyways, good journey, everyone.
DM's Rosario Dawson's on.
Yeah.
Look, my man Dave is like, I don't care. Eternals was a good movie. You go to hell.
There we go.
All right, man. To sign us off.
I just did. Good journey. Bye, everyone.